finish off with some tubes. I'm gonna stay here though. Unfortunately. Okay. There's no one to get this person. We don't want to watch. Okay. As much as I would like to get this perfectly round on both sides, the cat would have to look at me straight, and she is super hot, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to do the other side.
Gosh dang it.
Okay, do you want to do it? Come on.
I got my thumb stuck trying to clean my glasses. I'm trying not to break my nose pieces off.
Is that the breeze we're going to get? Just see it underneath there so they show that more.
Gosh dang it. Ah.
If you guys like this video, please remember that I am only able to offer complimentary rooms because of all of you who watch my content. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and follow for more complimentary
That was
rooms,
annoying.
just like Angry and Fifi. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in a few days.
I was dying out there.
I'm live, by the way.
Hello! He is a rescue dog, and he is a service dog.
Oh, he really is mad at you.
He?
He's sitting all the way over there.
No, he was there earlier, too.
Alright.
Let's check out some of this map.
Holy crap. Yeah, as soon as I put the mower away, I started choking.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the rest of it with the weed eater?
Probably not tonight.
Will you do it tomorrow?
Yeah. I did do a good job with the rest of it.
I mean, did you knock it down some? Because that's what it looks like.
But
I said, did you knock it down some? Because it looks like it.
I might have.
It's pretty low. Looks good.
Right there next to the freaking telephone pole was the worst.
And see, I did a bunch of that with the weed eater the other day.
Now, when you find Mr. Yukon,
Hello.
No, I'm talking about the one close. Right over here.
Oh. I did around that one too.
Wasn't looking like it.
That's crazy.
Because I had to get up right next to it with the mower and I was kicking up dirt.
Yeah, I did it.
You want some Dr. Pepper?
So they actually brought him to the
Dr. Heifer Pepper?
Look.
And
You want some?
refused to do the euthanasia.
Look at that dog.
Oh, he is. Is that a newfie?
Yep.
I knew
He's
it.
been adopted by his new owners, who is a veteran, and he needed a service dog. So he was then trained for service work, so he performed a bunch of activities for his owner, like
Trying to get it to focus some, but it's not as easy whenever I'm working on something that's not on a frame that's fixed.
So I told her I was going to go and,
Do the yard.
yeah, I told her I was going to go do the yard. And then I proceeded to get reel spammed. 18 reels.
That's funny.
Nope. Scratch that. Because she just sent me 3 in a row. Well, because I did watch 5 earlier, so. I'm up to
Hello, hello.
Oh, he is such a big boy.
He really is a big boy.
We should get a Newfoundland.
Will you? No.
So he can just sit on fucking donkey.
Just will you know? No. Put a couple of pieces of that chicken that I got in the air fryer for me. The So Good or whatever it is in the freezer.
Okay. How long do they go in there for?
Hello. I think it says on the bag. I don't remember exactly how long I did it. I'm sorry, it's not wanting to actually focus tonight.
Oh, you're out. I think he is upset.
Well, and he's probably not happy with me. Because I also, made him a little mad when I wouldn't let him tear up my yoga mat.
Yeah, we need to get him a cat tree.
Yep. Or I should say a scratching post.
Yeah. I've got the money for it. I can go get one.
Tonight?
Yeah. I got paid. I'm sitting at like 600 something. Which, speaking of, before I forget, I said I'd send you guys 300, right?
Yes.
Alright, so let's budget this out. If I send myself 100 on regions, 50 of that goes into my savings account. So, okay. Let's budget this. So I'm sitting at 619 right now. Okay.
Just remember, you also have plans to.
Yep. That's why I'm sending myself 100 on regions. So Zell, send Daniel.
I'm gonna move it a little bit, see if maybe that'll help some.
No. Alright. I sent him 300 on Zell.
Okay.
And then I'm sending myself 100 as well.
Just remember, you'll have to get gas if you're gonna make that trip to Little Rock. Now maybe I can move it up a little bit and it might focus better.
Well, me
Hopefully.
dividing up my money like this makes it a lot less likely for me to spend. And Brad said he might be able to actually make a payment this week. Hopefully. Okay. So I'm still sitting pretty at about 219 on USAA right now. So that's going to be for any extra necessities.
Well,
like car stuff.
if you just do, you don't have to do like a cat tree, but like maybe a small scratching post or one of the scratching boards, and then like maybe a harness.
Okay. I can just go get that at Walmart, right?
Yeah, they have those, both of those at Walmart.
I'm gonna go get Snob. Hey.
How is everyone doing this evening?
Yep. That way you can take them on walkies.
Yeah, it's not going to be one around the neck.
No, it's one you want around.
The chest.
Yeah.
It'll be easier, and it won't choke him when you're trying to.
I'm not sure if it was one or two kinds that they had at Walmart, but I know I saw at least one.
It's TV time.
$8 o'clock.
Thank you. One full canister of shampoo on this side. And I will do another full canister on the other. He's still not clean on this side. There's still lots of areas that don't have shampoo on it.
Well, he's a big old dog.
One hamster on this side. Now we'll do the other side.
I don't know what my phone is doing tonight, why it will not focus.
Almost. You almost got me.
Did you see how big that dog is?
What?
Did you see how big that dog is?
Huge. Don't shake yet. Wait till I'm out of here. Then you can shake. Okay. Hold on. Shake. A lot of people noticed in one of my previous videos that this shower does not have walls that goes to the ceiling. It is half
That was my
wall.
bad.
And a lot of
I
people
just
always
punched
ask
it
me
basically.
why I don't put like a baby gate or something here so that dogs cannot get out. So I'll answer those questions. So the reason why I have the half wall and the reason why I have no baby gate, even when the dogs are putting their head over the top and trying to escape, is actually for safety reasons. So in the event that a dog were to become aggressive and try to attack me, I need to be able to, sorry buddy, escape.
Alright, need.
Half wall, I can jump the wall if I really needed to, and no baby gate, I can easily jump out of here if I really needed to. If the walls were to the ceiling, I would have no ability to escape other than the exit. And if I had a baby gate up, I would not be able to quickly retreat out of the front of the shower. So although it doesn't seem practical, because water gets everywhere when we shake, and they can lay their head over and they can try to escape themselves, which makes them have pain, it's actually done for safety reasons. So yeah, that answers more questions. Like I also get a lot of people ask me how, sorry, they put in their mouth. I want my drains, and I always get a lot of comments saying plumbers must love you. I've never actually had a clogged drain once in all of the years that I've been in business.
Maybe
And
if
that's
I put my
because if you just
feet
use hair
out
catchers, and the hair catchers I get
and tilt it a little bit, maybe it'll actually focus better. We'll see.
Drain hole, and that way it collects all of the hair never goes out. I've actually been using those in my house, my own shower, and my own kitchen sink for years to prevent any of my drains from clogging. So yeah, I don't get clogged drains as long as you use a drain strainer. I guess I don't know what it is. It looks like a strainer, but we call it a hair catcher. Okay, now he is properly soaked up.
Yeah, my hair is greasy as shit. I need to take a shower like a night.
Yeah, you stink.
What?
Hey, watch it. I told you I'm live.
Oh, hello, live. Goodbye, live.
Be careful.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, rinse face first.
Hello, hello, everyone. I'm almost at 75% on this. Hi, Lynn. How are you?
So I ended up using
Thank you for the heart me.
that doesn't include using the ducky on the face and about half a tablespoon or so of conditioner. You don't need too
I'm doing all right. I apparently slept funny last night, and so I guess, pulled a muscle in my back. So I'm sitting on a heating pad, even though it's like 89 degrees outside. But other than that, it hasn't been a bad day.
Try to get as much as we can. Towel dry before.
We've got a little over 1,000 stitches worked on this. So I think it's pretty productive.
Yukon is wearing a collar and I didn't even know. Oh no.
They are. And like the week before that, it was my shoulder when I was doing yard work. My kids tell me I'm getting old. And I'm like, well, if I'm getting old, so are you.
Lucky me. Place your bets. Stay there or leave.
But it happens. I'm just fighting with my camera tonight, more than anything. Hi, Brittany. Thank you. Sometimes I think my head feels like I'm 100 and my body feels like I'm 100. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to be 100 today. That seems like one of those days today. I did make myself get up and do yoga a little bit ago, trying to stretch it out some. And instead of getting out and doing yard work, made the older boy get out there and mow, so I didn't have to. He was like, I'll do the weed eating a different day. I don't want to do any more. I'm like, all right, at least, the hard part's done. I mean, I was the one that did it the last time. So it's good that he can too. And then they just left to make a trip to Walmart to get a kitty scratching post and a harness for our new family member. That way they can take him outside for walks. Because he really wants to go out. But he's going to be an indoor kitty. Trying to figure out where I am on my pattern. He's still pretty young. They said that he was about 1.5 years old. We adopted him from a cat cafe a couple of towns over. And he is super, super sweet. We were renters for a big chunk of the last 10 years. And most of the places, like one place we were there for over 8. And pretty much every place that we've rented in the past 10 years have been no pets. I've been working on this one since like June, but I didn't work on it for a few weeks, and I finished a couple of other projects. So I'd say overall, maybe about a month worth. Some days I do a couple hundred, and some days I do over 1,000. Today was a longer day, so I'm sitting at 1,100 right now. But the total stitch count is about 18,600. The pattern is, give me a second, I will pull it up so I can show you. This is what I'm working on. It's an Etsy pattern by Fanta Pattern. And I just absolutely loved it. I have a dragon theme all on my entertainment center, and I've got the Fourth Wing books. And so I was like, well, it's like the Fourth Wing dragons with the books, so it ended up being perfect. So when I saw this, I was like, I absolutely have to do this one. The pattern, it has such pretty colors. I was super excited for it. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit the camera. Got that one. It is tons and tons of confetti though, so literally I have lost my place so many times. I'm watching a dog grooming video in the background, so if it's too loud, just let me know. I love watching Girl with the Dog. I know, isn't she? She is so adorable, and I love that she does all of these grooms for free. Especially, with some of the ones that can't be seen by other groomers. She's doing I can't remember the name of this type of dog, but he is big. Okay, this one. I'm not kidding though when I say confetti. Literally, this is nothing but. But I've only got 7 colors left. And 3 of them are about 1,000 stitches a piece. Yeah, I ended up, when we brought Domino home, he ended up having an accident in his carrier, and then he threw up 3 different times as well. So he ended up getting very dirty, and I took what I had learned watching her and was able to give him a bath when we brought him home. And he was so sweet. Like, he tried to get out, of course, but he didn't scratch us or anything like that. He had his claws out to try and hold on, but he didn't actually scratch or anything. He was such a good little guy for it. He's still got a little bit of an uneasy stomach, but he was on some antibiotics, and they were also causing him a little bit of tummy distress. I'm hoping that, if we just regularly keep up with him, that we won't have to worry about actually taking him to the groomer often. My only thing is he really needs his nails clipped, and I've never done that before, so I'm really afraid of hurting him.
Alright, well, we'll lay you down. We might as well try to do your class. But you are going to have to stand up for the rest of the lecture. So, please stay.
My throat said, drink water. See, I've seen her, use the grinder on some of them, and I've seen her use the clippers, and the clippers just look so much easier, and it seems like a lot of them have less of an issue with the clippers. So I'm like, do I try it? Do I, just take him to the vet and have them do it and do a checkup too? At least he's already been neutered and he's already been chipped, so we don't have to worry about that part of it.
You're gonna have to stand up and brush back properly.
He's just been a really good addition, and he really likes my entertainment center. He has pushed my books off of my shelf of the entertainment center multiple times so he can crawl up in there and make his own little happy nest. But he will not use the cat bed we bought. He is like opposed 100% to that cat bed. So I told my sister I'd bring it to her because she's got 6 cats right now. He really is. He's asleep right now. He's over there with my pillow, just snoozing. He's super cute. And he's got a little black mark right under his nose. And so it looks kind of like he has a half mustache. It's adorable. And he really loves to give head boops. He'll like hardcore bash his head into yours. He just goes for it. Okay. The first 2 nights, he actually kept my daughter awake. She was like, he will not stop meowing at me and sitting on my throat. So then I started just leaving my bedroom door open, and then he's just been sleeping on either my pillow or my husband's pillow.
Because of the friendship with Pompey, obviously.
And he doesn't meow, and he doesn't keep her up. So I'm like, well, I guess that's what we gotta do.
Lighting in here isn't the best. You never really get the nicest outcome. But do my best. It is definitely difficult to grow an entire dog on a floor like this. I should really invest in some new pads. But it's like one of those things where you're like,
I can't wait to finish this one, because then I'm gonna switch back to the big one that I had just started right before I hurt my arm. That's why I ended up coming back to this one, because I couldn't hold my arm out enough to work on my scroll frame. And this one I'm able to sit up against my knee, so I didn't have to move my arm as much. It gave me time to rest up. But I'm excited to do that one. It's very large. It's like, I think it's almost 400,000 stitches. and I'm doing it for my baby sister. I know, right? It is so big. It's the biggest thing I've ever worked on. I think before this, the highest stitch count on anything I've done was like 32,000. So this one is massive.
3 hours and 20 minutes.
I told her, I was like, just so you know, I'm working on a project for you. I was like, but don't expect it for at least a year. She was like, oh, so it'll be a wedding present. And I was like, sure, if that's the way you want to look at it, yeah, it'll be a wedding present. Because she's getting married sometime next year.
Today we are really happy. The 5-year-old
But she is a tattoo artist, and I've stitched a couple of things for her booth already. And then I figured this one, it kind of goes with the theme of the other ones that I've done for her booth. So I was like, well, then this one will be like poster size that she can put in there. Thank you for the follow.
And she does the tables, and yeah, she's just they just don't want to go for it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do understand how difficult that is for a member to bring her up.
I don't blame you. Whenever I started getting back into it a couple of years ago, I was doing mostly smaller projects, a lot of 4x4 pieces. I was, playing around with making some of my own patterns, which I've made a few. And then I've kind of worked my way up to working on larger and larger projects. And I've actually been keeping count of my stitch count for the year because I'm really curious as to, how much I've stitched. So I've been doing all digital patterns. That way I can use Pattern Keeper and keep track of how many stitches. And then I've just got a notebook that I put my stitch count in for each day. And I added up my 6-month count the other day, and I think it was 126,000 stitches that I've done so far this year. And the only reason that I haven't done more, thank you for the follow. The only reason I haven't done more is because we actually moved. And so there was a big chunk of a month where I was only getting, maybe 100 stitches in each day instead of my normal 400 to 500 stitches.
Yes. So they have had it done. Yes. She's had it done. She's had successful ones.
Since I didn't have to work today, I've had a little bit of extra time.
She's blowing cold, and it's getting too much. And I had shoulder surgery, so
It definitely makes such a difference. Like, I have not done a paper pattern since I started using Pattern Keeper a couple of years ago. I don't think I could go back to a paper pattern. My brain likes the aspect of being able to highlight the stitches that I'm working on, that color. My ADHD brain says, yes, this is good. Thank you for the follow. I actually ended up buying one of the Painted Fairy frames, the aluminum one. I had some gift cards that I was able to use, and with the 50% off sale that they were running, I only ended up paying $56 out of pocket for the frame. So now I just have to save up again for the actual scroll that I want to get. That way I'll have something big enough to actually hold my large projects that I'm wanting to do. The scroll that I'm using now it's like, I think 35 inches across. So I've got most of the stuff. It's almost completely folded in half. And then I have the bottom part all rolled up around the bottom piece of the scroll. And then I have cling wrap all around it to hold everything together for the parts that I'm not stitching. That way the Aida doesn't get dirty and it all stays together where I wanted it. My husband was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Just trust the process." And when I got finished, he was like, "Hey, that's actually kind of cool." My kids thought it was funny when I was using the cling wrap. They're like, "Are you going to use the whole box of it?" And I'm like, "No, we're not going to need to. I only used a few big pieces." But I was like, hey, it's holding it exactly where I want it. So, and it's less likely to get dirty that way. I need to get one of, like, I need to get a piece of fabric big enough to just cover over it. Keep the kitty hair and stuff off of it.
Basically on the fact that I do not want the commitment to grooming one of these beasts. And I am a groomer.
I'd never seen anybody use cling wrap like that before, but I was like, that was the only thing that I had, because I've seen a lot of people use some of the bigger clips and stuff, and I don't have any right now. And so I was like, well, what else can I use? And that was just what I came up with on the fly.
One of the brooms was quoted at $400, and that's not an outrageous price.
But it actually worked really well.
An extreme amount of work cause a lot of wear and tear on the body. Hours of time and shampoo. So you have to take that all into
Once I'm finished with this one, then that's what I'm going back to. I think I did like 150 stitches that first day, and then I hurt myself the next day, and so I haven't worked on it since.
So she's not physically capable of doing it right now.
But then I've also, just been really excited to finish this one too, so it's not that big a deal to switch sometimes. Although I've been trying to not let myself get out of hand with too many projects, because normally I'm a solo project kind of person. And so I've been working on multiple different things. I finished a little printed kit butterfly that I got from Walmart that I gave to my sister. She's got a lot of butterfly stuff in her tattoo studio. Like, it's tons and tons of butterfly stuff. Like, even like insects that she's found that she's framed and everything. So I gave that one to her whenever I went and saw her yesterday. And she was like, "Oh my God, I love it. I just need to get a hook to hang it up." Because I just left it in the hoop that it came with. I love doing stitches for others. Especially people that, are appreciative. Oh, that's awesome. Isn't it so much fun just doing stuff for, for somebody? To me, it just makes me feel good. I've done, some over the years where it wasn't appreciated, and, it kind of hurt my feelings at some point. But then I just started being a lot pickier on who I actually stitched for. And since then, I haven't felt bad about anything that I've stitched, because I knew it was, going where it was wanted. And my mom has just recently kind of got back into it too. So I actually I went with her to Hoblob today, and she was unsure about what size Ada she needed. She didn't realize that they had, more colors now, like the 1 through 35. She hadn't even known about that. And so I took her and we got her a bunch of stuff. I was surprised she only spent 50. Oh, I bet that's going to be awesome. And like when they're younger and you give them something handmade like that, I think that, it's a lot more meaningful. Because in my opinion, like I gave my kids stuff when they were young, and they still have a lot of the cross stitches in their bedrooms that I've done for them over the years. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Okay, you want to be my grandma?
And face the other direction. Like this.
I actually don't have any more living grandmothers, so you can be my grandmother.
I think I might be asking Abby for a lot, though.
I love some crafty people. Well, hello, Grandma.
This isn't just laziness.
I kind of feel like the lady across the street from us where we moved, I kind of feel like she's kind of taken on us as well. Her and her husband are both in their 80s, and they're just as sweet as pie. And they've got a bunch of dogs and cats, and they spend a lot of time outside, and so we're just super friendly and chatty. And I think it's so adorable.
It's not going to be perfectly clean, but it would be better than if I didn't try to do that. So.
Aw, thank you. This pattern is gorgeous. I love it.
You are sitting in a very awkward position.
I do have a semi-decently large family. I don't get to see a lot of the aunts and uncles on my mom's side. They all live out of state and have their own lives and don't really talk a whole lot, but I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and then we have 2 step siblings, and all of us have at least 1 kid. So there's a lot of grandkids. But I was the oldest sibling, had the first grandbabies. My oldest is fixing to be 20. And my other one will be 18 next year.
Don't work too hard for it.
It's still funny sometimes thinking about him getting in his car and just going to work and doing stuff. I'm like, I remember when he weighed less than 6 pounds and was a little terror. Because he never slept. He was I think he was allergic to sleeping. He hated it. Because then he couldn't see what was going on everywhere. I turned 40 this year.
How am I supposed to get this to go down the drain?
It's funny because a lot of us are all kind of like, my great granny was born in 22, then my granny was born in 44, and then my mom was born in 56, and then I was 86 or 65, and then I was born in 86, and then my son was born in 06. So it's like 20 to 22 years between all of us. Yeah, my kids tell me that like they don't want kids, and I'm like, well, that's fine if you don't want kids. I didn't really even want kids to begin with either. Because I helped, since I was oldest, I helped raise all of the other kids, and so I always thought, oh, I'm just never gonna have kids. Well, me and my husband ended up coming to differences on that, and he wanted 4 and I wanted 0, so we ended up with 2. But I told him, I was like, hey, at least I'm not like my mom. My mom wanted 12, and her doctor told her she needed to stop after 4, and she went ahead and had another one. And after number 5, when she was in the hospital, he was like, we are doing your tubal, because if you get pregnant again, you will die. And she would have been just happy as peaches to have more kids.
I have fortunately finally invested in some new pads, because I finally got myself to remember to get.
But she actually, she had like, I want to say it was like 6 or 7 step siblings. So she came from a really large family too.
No, she was not wearing a hat and it was far too large.
Okay, got those and those. Man, I don't know how she blow dries all these dogs with that dog hair. I would die. Yeah. It's a lot of times that's just really hard on your body. I mean, it was hard for just the 2 that I had. And my mom did most of hers au natural. No meds or anything. I'm like, I don't know how you did it. It's like, you're a crazy woman. But she was fine and happy about it. She was like, I had my kids. I love my kids. But she got married young. I ended up getting married pretty young too. I got married at 19. Thank you for the follow. It sounds like it. She's she's just getting back into cross stitching and everything, and she's like, it is making me feel so much better. She's been having a lot of mental health issues, and she just kind of feels, I think the best word would be useless. But she was like, you know what? Since I started going back into stitching, I just feel so much better. She was like, I can think a little clearer. You know, it just helps me relax. And I'm like, that is exactly why I stitch, because it helps me relax. And finding such a large community here on TikTok of stitchers and, you know, other other kind of artists like thread work. It's just awesome. I like watch embroidery, people that are doing embroidery live, and I'm like, I cannot process how to do that because I don't have the artistic vision. I can do this because I have patterns, but doing the embroidery, I'm just awed at the way some of these things turn out for these people. I'm like, I would love to be able to do what you do. That's why I think it's funny that my sister's a tattoo artist, because she's got all of the freaking artistic genes, I think, in our family. Yeah, I don't even know how I would handle something like that. I've been with mine for over 20 years now, and that's just one of those things that it's like, after you've been with them for so long, you kind of just don't know how to exist alone. My granny didn't make it very much longer after my grandpa died. He passed away in October and she was gone by November. 60 years, that is a long time. I hope I make it at least that long with mine. Since my kids are still young, we've got plenty of time to spend together. Or, I mean, since my kids are so old and we're still younger. It's because of all those kids and grandkids you got. Somebody's got to stick with them. Now you got another one to stick with, too. And I can't wait to see. You should post some of the stuff that you work on here. If you do, I will go and look at them, because I love seeing the projects that people work on. That just makes me happy.
It's not like if I shaved this before, I wouldn't be able to save any more coat.
I get so many messages on here of, you know, people that I've just made friends with, and they'll just send me pictures of what they're working on, and I'm like, yes, thank you, I love seeing it.
I'm gonna do a checking that stuff this.
Who cares if you're better at it or not? Post it anyways. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody, you know, at some point probably stops for a while and then starts back up. I didn't do a whole lot when my kids were younger, but then I started getting back into it like the past 4 or 5 years. And it's definitely made a change in my moods for sure. And I love that my husband is very
That's on this side.
like he constantly hypes me up. He's constantly telling me that I should do more lives.
Can I see behind this ear?
Yeah, I totally understand that. There's sometimes where I'll literally just pull at the back of the threads and kind of weave under them to make them a little tighter when I'm unhappy about it.
Come on over. She said you're rolling over. How about you,
Yeah, I'm talking about my man.
Are you there? Are you there?
How are you doing this evening? He's been hyping me up, telling me I should do more lives. He set me up with
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I wanted.
a Twitch account for whenever I do some gaming live. He got me set up and started posting some of my videos that I've done on here over to YouTube. He's like, we should just get you doing other stuff. So he's just taking initiative, and he's like,
For reference,
I generally play RPGs. So like I like Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed. I really enjoyed Horizon. See, I'm not really good at games like that. I have issues with vertigo whenever like the movement is super crazy. So like when I play RPGs, I can kind of go a lot slower and I can move my camera slower. I love Assassin's Creed. Odyssey is my absolute favorite. That is the one that I have platinum that game, and I still play it frequently. I'm working on a second save game and working my way through it.
no, don't pull away.
I absolutely love like the more open world ones. I played a little bit of 3, and I bought Black Flag when it was on like a 90% off sale. I haven't played it yet, but like Origin, Odyssey, and Shadows, I have played a ton of.
No,
I keep getting told that I should play 2,
but the front
but I haven't bought that one yet.
So I would really like to get her picked because she's walking.
Yeah, I've heard so many people say that they really like that one. That, whole kind of arc that he has, just,
Can you lay back down?
it's like a really fun game with him, and I'm just like, I need to do it. I need to try a little bit.
Good girl. Come on, we can lay down. It'll be easier. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
But like Final Fantasy, I have played
Thank you.
the 13 trilogy so many times. Yeah, that's the one thing that I think it's really why I haven't, is because I like open world. That's why I tend to gravitate towards some of the other stuff. So when I'm not stitching, I'm usually playing a game. I tried playing Skyrim, and the movement was a little too harsh for me. I wasn't able to actually do it without getting sick.
Yeah, that's fun.
See, I need to actually. I've bought all of Fruits Basket because it's one of my favorite anime, and so I bought the whole set of that so I could read it, and I still haven't done it. I also bought Death Note because I love that one, and then I haven't even opened the packaging yet on that one. I'm like, boo, I need to do it. I've also been working on rereading Fourth Wing so that I could reread Iron Flame so that I could actually read Onyx Storm. And I'm so lazy. Oh, I love Attack on Titan, like the anime. I finally watched the last season of that, and I was just floored by some of it. I still need to read it, though. I think the only manga that I actually finished reading was Maid Sama. By the time I get in, like, I usually read when I actually go to bed. And by the time I've been getting in bed lately, I'm too tired to read because I've been stitching so much. My kids both say that that one kind of picks up after the first couple seasons. So, like, my younger one is in the middle of a rewatch again.
Hopefully it's not raining.
And she said that it gets so much better.
So footage of the in the yard, but
So you might give it another try and see if maybe after so far, you know, it does get better. And then you'll have to let me know because I have never watched any of that.
A lot that would have to be brushed here. It's just not really fair to the dog, so I can just take chunks out instead.
Okay, if you watch anime too, then you're definitely part of my family. I absolutely love that. My grandmother, she cracked me up. She absolutely loved watching Inuyasha. And it cracked me up because she could not remember his name correctly. And so, like, half the time she was saying Washa, and I'm just like, he is not a washing machine. And then she would just be like, what? But she loved Inuyasha, and she loved Sailor Moon. Like, those were the two that she watched all the time. The names are hard. I watched one. I was cracking up. I ended up watching it because the English translation of the name of that one, it was like something about a country bumpkin. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to watch this just to see what the heck it's about. Because I was cracking up at the name. That one is, the Inuyasha is so, so good. Like, we tend to rewatch that one quite a bit. Full Metal Alchemist is like my top anime though. Like, I rewatch that one at least 2 to 3 times a year. It's so good. I have a large tattoo on my leg because of that. Brotherhood is definitely the way to go. I've watched both versions, but I tend to rewatch Brotherhood. It's so much closer to the manga, according to most people. And so that one, and I actually have a bunch of the pops for that one. So, like, my bookshelf in my bedroom, I have a big chunk of them in my bookshelf. Oh, I'm not happy with the way that went into that hole.
And they need to be trimmed. because they are way too long.
And it's not going to come back out. I am not going to be happy with the way that sits, though. I'm going to pull that one back out.
Let's see what happens. She's like this. Oh, she heard me.
It's so worth a watch.
What I just said.
Definitely worth a watch. I have my large leg tattoo. I have stitched multiple different different scenes from that show.
But she is fully groomed out of my house. Her groom took me
It's
18
definitely worth a
so
watch.
that's not too bad.
I always suggest that one to anybody. I always suggest Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. My husband always suggests Inuyasha. And then I'm like, if you want slice of life, watch Maid Sama Fruits Basket. Those are both cute. Or Toradora. That one was adorable. I am missing a stitch somewhere. I'm so lost. Where am I? It all looks the same.
They're like tree trunks.
I have seen some. I've done some. I tend to use a pattern generator, and I take the scenes that I like the most, and I will, use a generator and make a pattern and just stitch it because it's what I like. So like I've stitched some stuff from like the Studio Ghibli movies because, my kids wanted it, like Totoro. I've stitched him for my daughter.
Are we going to be friends? So I have no idea if Rex is an aggressive dog. No clue. Yeah,
Are you wanting to do some, or are you looking to actually get some just to give him? Because if you know what kind of anime he's into, it may be something that I can help you get a pattern for.
so I don't know if he's aggressive or he's just, with a lure.
Like if he has a specific favorite show or like a favorite scene.
So I don't really know what the whole situation is.
You totally should. I have used the website Pick2Pat, so PIC, the number 2, and then PAT, and it does a generator. And you can pick how many colors you want, and the size that you want, what size Ada you're going to use, things like that. And it definitely helps. I've also used, I bought on my computer, I bought WinStitch, and I've used that to make a couple of patterns too. Thank you for the follow. I still am missing this stitch, but I can't figure out where I'm supposed to be. And it's frustrating me. Everything looks the same. It all just looks the same.
You look like you're excited.
Here.
How do they shave your face? Because the thing that's confusing me is that this dog is very well groomed.
Here.
Like he has a very
Yeah, here it is.
haircut.
I finally figured out what I was doing.
So
change this really, really quick. But before I go ahead and measure
Well, if you end up figuring out something, you know, if you're able to find out which anime or if there's an actual scene, I could probably try and help you get a pattern made up if you wanted to stitch it for him. Okie doke, have a good evening. Thanks for joining.
So you don't like the ears being touched. Don't even think that they're biting. Okay. Maybe I will leave the face to the end. Let's get this on you.
I love helping where I can. I've had so many people help me out recently finding patterns that I've been looking for. Like I wanted to do the map of Middle Earth for my husband, and the pattern that I really wanted was a discontinued pattern, and I made a couple of friends on here, and one of them was like, hey, I think I have the pattern that you're wanting, and since it's discontinued, you know, you can share it. So he actually sent me the PDF file for it, so I actually have that, and I'll be able to do that for my husband at some point. And I was super, super excited about that. And I'm just like, that's the best part about this community, is that there's so many of us and everybody's just so nice. It's so worth it. It just makes me happy to be a stitcher. Never thought I'd be doing this 30 years later. I originally just started watching my mom and kind of taught myself how to do it. And now I'm teaching her new stuff that I've learned over the years.
Number 7.
And it just cracks me up.
But also the shorter it is, the less rate maybe has to go into the broom slot. It's not that very
I know I've used a lot of extra thread on this piece, but I have went way cross country considering how many pieces of this is just confetti one-offs all over the dang map, it seems like. It's really cool. I have been sent quite a few patterns, and I even got sent a coupon code at one point, and so I've really been into like the galaxy and stuff like that. So I found one. Well, I found a ton of like the solar system type. It's like from pictures from the Hubble telescope. And so I picked the few that I liked the most and sent a picture of them to my husband. And I was like, okay, you pick. And so he picked one, and that's the one that I got so that I can stitch that. And I'm also looking forward to that. And then there was one time that I bought a whole bunch of patterns on Etsy from this one creator, and she was like, you know what? Pick another one of mine and I will send you the PDF for free. And so I got a really cute cat one. It's like got cat butts because my friend is like, she loves cats. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to stitch this one for her. And then I have another friend who really, really has gotten into like the Japanese theme. Her whole living room is like Japanese theme. And so she bought like, I think it was like 12 patterns. And so I've been working my way through some of those and I've stitched them for her. I think I've done 3 or 4 of the Japanese theme, and then her kitchen is all koi fish. And so I've done 2 for her kitchen as well.
Maybe can help. I also think that sometimes neutering can make things worse.
I've done very few for myself just because I've enjoyed doing so many that, other people want. And I don't mind because I love stitching. And like my friend, she purchased the patterns that she wanted me to work up. And then she's also been buying the Aida that I need and then buying her own frames. So I've just been getting the actual thread myself and then just stitching them up for her. This is one that I'm actually doing for myself, though. This one's going with my entertainment center with all my other dragon stuff. And then I'm going back to doing stuff for other people because I just love it. I love gifting them. Oh, that's awesome. See, I have only thrown away one cross stitch ever. And I wasn't able to finish it because I got it when I was like 10 or 11 years old, and it ended up being put in storage at some point, and then it got messed up. Mice got into it and used it as, nesting material. And so I ended up having to throw that away. And I wish I had kept the actual pattern for it, but I didn't. I just threw all of it away because it was part of a kit. And I found the pattern on Etsy. The pattern book itself on Etsy, but it's like 16, and I'm just like, you know what? I've got so much other stuff that, I just don't have the time or the money to spend on buying that pattern itself. I'm just like, nope, I can spend my other money elsewhere. I've got my whole setup minus the large scroll that I'm going to purchase at some point whenever I end up saving enough gift cards again to buy it. And then I'll have pretty much everything that I needed. My husband loves my setup. I've made it all organized and see, I love that though, because you shared the love and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to love it again. This one it's 18,658. So it's decently sized, but it's not like horrible. This is the frame is, I think, an 11 by 11. So that's about the finished size because I don't have to move it. This is actually the finished size. But it is so adorable. The only thing I wish I had waited to start it and gotten like a really pretty like dyed piece of Aida instead of just using plain white, because like the Aida that is used on the mock-up of this is just, it's really fitting for it. And I wish that I had, done something like that, because I mean, it's so cute, with like the coffee stain type look, but I just didn't want to wait to start it. Yeah, they can be rather annoying whenever it comes to some of those bigger ones.
Because I wasn't looking at him directly in the eye. It's okay, Rex. It's okay, Rex.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Is out there? What's going on over there? I forgot to
Yeah,
check.
the Ada that they use for that mock-up is awesome. I wish I had waited, but you know what? I'm not even. I don't even know what the heck I'm going backwards on my stitches. What in the world did I do?
Boy,
I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm just gonna go underneath it. I don't know that I've ever done that before. I don't stitch like that.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I do love that, it lets the colors pop. But I also think the colors really popped on the other one too. Oh, thank you for the finger hearts. Let's see. So I did this.
Good boy. Good boy, Rex.
Okay, so I got those. Oh, sounds like my kids are home. I heard a car door.
There we go. Okay, so this was just a quick shave to get the bulk of the hair off.
Okay, yes, so here.
Shave all
Dang
this
it.
off first before I wash it, then it'll dry a lot quicker than you know,
There we go.
So now it's time to go for
I don't know why I've had such a hard time with it wanting to focus tonight.
Is the back also the enemy? Hmm? This is just water. I'm not even using a shampoo.
I'm getting really close to being finished with this color though.
Regular, low stream water on it. Because you want to seem like an anxious dog.
Less than 100 stitches left of this one.
Put your head in here. So water doesn't go all
I know I can finish that. And that will mean that I've finished 3 colors today.
is that he is good for his face.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome home.
Is he not upset with you anymore? That way he's back sitting back over with you?
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I don't think he was mad at me per se.
So,
I think he was just a little annoyed.
what we picked up is, we picked up a scratching pole.
Maybe that'll keep him away from the walking pad and the yoga mat.
Maybe. My body's on now. Look, we got you. You gonna yawn at me first?
He's like, wait, what is that?
It's for you.
Hopefully he'll actually use that.
Maybe.
Oh, look at him. He's already using it.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, file down those nails. Yeah, he's already using it.
We got this.
I can't see it, so
Oh my god, he's going to town on that.
good. Aw, that's adorable. You'll have to take him for a walk soon.
Me.
Well, that's what I said.
Well, you said you, but me and Matthew are both here.
We both know.
Well, I meant you.
He's loving it. He's loving it.
Can you grab some of the chicken that you bought and put it in your right? That's got to be better.
I'll do it. Just don't worry about it. Ow, I poked myself with my scissors. These things are sharp. I don't need to poke myself with those. It's the white bag. Yeah. Oh.
Having the kitchen light off while doing
And
the
then
kitchen
eventually,
is
I was at my dad's and I decided I was just going to buy a new shotgun and see what happened. So So I tried
Isn't that puppy so cute?
What the fuck did you just say?
Brain, no.
Brain no, brain yes. Pinky on the brain?
How many chickens should be on this?
Do like 4 pieces.
That's 4 pieces.
What?
Digit was on raw for the first.
I'm trying to thread my needle on the wrong side. It doesn't work that way, I don't think.
I want to try this one. I want to put some.
Yeah.
I know you don't really like being picked up.
Well, and I don't know if he's ever had a harness on him or not.
Hey, you just come with me. Does it go on his chest or no?
Yeah.
It does.
Yep. It goes under the chest and then around. You may have to
Yeah.
loosen it up some too.
Yep. No.
You sounded like Homer Simpson. No.
No. Stop running away.
No.
Just
Okay.
let it loosen it up first before you grab him.
And then
He just wants to use it to scratch his nails. Hey, but if that helps him file those nails down a little bit, he cut my foot today.
Oh my god.
He was
He bites
playing.
my toes.
He was playing with one of those balls, and he tried to grab it as he flung it,
Oh my
and
god.
he went right across my foot. But he didn't do it on purpose. It was just an accident.
So just something to consider if you have the same issue, you can try raw, try one.
Okay, now that I know how this goes,
It's really good. I think
You'll be able to do it easier.
I want him to try it on, but I don't think he'll let me.
Probably not right now.
Yeah.
You may have better luck with it, like tomorrow, trying it out.
He's probably not
Thank
gonna
you for the follow.
like an early little, and he prefers that as his bed. Okay.
Oh my gosh. So he doesn't like a soft bed, he likes a hard bed. That is hilarious.
Oh, and I got fed up with waiting.
Let's see.
Lily
This
said
one
the
here.
LMNT stuff is garbage.
It's horrible. Just so you know, you're going to want extra water for the packet.
Well, I bought a 16 ounce. No, I bought a 24 ounce. So one of these packets.
Thank you. How are you this evening?
Cindy Lou.
I feel like I'm way too awake for it to be 9:15 at night. And like I should be getting ready for bed. But I'm not. I'm just stitching. Bye. Thanks for joining in. And don't forget to send me some pictures.
I am home because
Are you talking on the phone? Oh, thank you. This one I am sitting at a little over 75% on now. I just hit that today. So it's getting really, really close. Once I finish this color, I will be down to 6 colors left. So I'm getting really, really close.
Or you can set if you're watching this on Facebook, you can send me a private message. And I will send that information to you later because I'm sure she'd be very grateful to find someone who's willing to work on your job.
All right. Gotta move down. I'm sorry if it doesn't stay focused. I have been fighting this camera all evening. Oh, gross. Don't say that.
Nice explanation of this. We should be reviews. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll come along.
And now that we've got our kitty, I've also got kitty hair that I'm getting all in it.
You have to do your best. You're going to be a good dog. That's why it's going to happen. Thank you so much.
Well, technically, I'm glad I bought that because it was supposed to double as a kitty bowl, like it's a kitty bowl meant for scratching, but also for snooping. So glad
Hey.
I bought it.
It works. I'm glad he's using that.
We're going to go home. And we are going to have a haircut for the holidays. You're not going to give me a hard time.
Yeah, he's still fairly young, and we've only had him for a little less than a week.
A little over a week.
Is it over a week? No.
No.
No, we got him last Friday.
Yeah, it'll be a week on Friday.
I was going to say, I didn't think it was over a week.
Yeah, no week.
But he's still kind of getting used to everything, so his hair's not all over the place yet, but it's starting to get there. But he's also taken to sitting on top of my my excuse me, my shelf that has all of my cross stitch stuff on it that I've been leaving my stitch on in the evening. So that's why I've started getting kitty hair in it. But at least he hasn't messed with it. So that's good, because I think I would be really sad if he messed with it. He got a hold of my yoga mat earlier. That's why they went and got him a scratching post. Or, well, technically, I guess it's a scratching bowl. But he immediately liked it and started using it, so maybe he'll stay away from the other stuff that we don't want him to use as scratching. But he's so sweet.
No, gotta leave it. Gotta leave it, buddy. Leave it.
I think he looked like one of the saddest kitties at the cat cafe.
No.
And my 17-year-old just ended up like gravitating towards him right away.
Very good. Okay, we gotta do the front here. You're making me sweat for this. So in hairdressing school, they teach you
And now he's a nice, happy kitty
not to cut past.
that loves head boops.
Because if you cut past your knuckle, you run the risk of cutting yourself. I can't tell you how many times I've done that.
Doo-doo-doo.
Still,
I want to at least finish this color before I stop for the night.
so the previous
I figure if I finish this color tonight, there's 2 other colors that I can probably do tomorrow after I get home from work and finish up, because one's got 309 and the other one's got 348. So that's, less than 700 stitches. I could probably finish both of those. I'm just like, gotta finish it. I'm hoping to finish this by the end of the week. See, there's nothing wrong with doing smaller stamped projects at all. I'm more comfortable with counted just because that's how I learned. It was actually last year was the very first time.
I regret it already.
Told ya. Last year was the very first time I ever did a counted or a printed stitch, and I liked it, but it was really hard to get used to after only ever doing counted. So I didn't know how to feel about it. You know what?
I have a few more scoops in my gamer so I'm just gonna stick to that.
I'm in the wrong spot. See, and I mess up frequently, but
I gotta figure out.
this is mainly because of all of the confetti. That's why I've messed up quite a few times.
I gotta figure out if GamerSubs has like another app that they use for
Instead of shop.
Yeah, because I have not had a good look at shop.
Okay, so
Note to everybody in her live right now. Do not use shop. It is a scam, and you more often than not will not get your shipments until very, very late. Because I ordered a shipment of 1 shaker cup and 1 supplement powder tub in March, and it still hasn't gotten here.
maybe if I zoom out a little bit, I'll be able to tell where I'm at a little bit better. Because
that down to like half a pack
that's it, huh?
of the.
I think the reason I was having such a hard time was because I was looking too far down. Because I finally found where I was actually supposed to be.
He's a little bit frustrating for his front legs and for his paws for sure. I can definitely see why a groomer would get stressed out with that part.
I have been seeing some people that have been purchasing like small sampler patterns, and they're doing it on a large piece of Aida and just moving their hoop around as they work so that they can just make like a big tapestry of nothing but samplers. And I think that is a really neat idea. Like, I feel like I would be okay to do something like that with like some anime cross stitches. So like different little scenes from the anime that I like the most, just kind of randomly all over the place. And that would be cool. Yeah, one person said they were doing, they were purchasing like 4x4 size patterns and then just moving over and then adding another piece on and then just moving it again and randomly just having a really large piece of whatever they enjoyed stitching. And I'm like, you know what? That is a really neat idea because I never thought about anything like that before. That poor puppy is so upset. It does not want to be groomed.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
I love watching her videos. It's
Good boy.
the girl with the dogs.
So it's the nails. Been confirmed. That is the biggest problem. That's the reason why he doesn't want his paws touched. He does not want his nails clipped. They are extremely short, I would like to say. So she obviously walks them a lot, and they file naturally. So he doesn't really necessarily need them clipped, I don't think, in every appointment.
Getting closer.
I'm bleeding on my left hand. me a little bit. And it's really funny because it's happened in the past where I've sent a dog home with blood on it, and the owner will call me and say, I found blood on my dog, I think he's bleeding somewhere, and then I realize that it's actually just me that accidentally bled on her dog and didn't realize it. So if this dog's owner sees blood on her dog, it is not from her, it is definitely from me, because my left hand is bleeding from him trying to fight me off a little bit.
Oh, I forgot to select the marking tool.
Usually I will find the blood on the dog, clean it off before I send it back home, but occasionally I don't see it.
Trying to make it to where you guys can still see what I'm doing, but the area that I'm working in is a little hard to hold it with my knee and kind of keep it propped up. I really want to finish this color, but I really also just need to get ready for bed. I have to get up early in the morning for work. I've got to drive 2 hours
No, if you pull too much, the clipper is
to go do maybe 45 minutes worth of work and then drive home. But at least I get paid to drive there and back. And I like the lady I'm going to have to work with tomorrow. That's the saving grace of it.
Sorry, buddy. So if you notice that he isn't giving me as much trouble for the back paws, that is pretty typical of a lot of dogs that don't have any paws touch. They usually don't mind the back ones, but the front ones are the big problem. In this dog's case here, I am going to assume that at some point those front nails were probably cut too short and it hurt and he remembered that. I'm not saying that that's a fault of the groomer, you know, accidents happen sometimes. The dog's nail grows a lot longer than it actually is. But because his back nails are naturally filed, what's happening is that they're probably not really clipping his back paws at the grooming appointments because they don't really need to be clipped.
I think I'm going to end my live here though, because I am going to have to start a new piece of thread, and I have chicken in the air fryer that my kids started for me that I need to go grab and eat before I actually get to sleep. So, thank you for joining me this evening. And I will try and do another live before the end of the week with one of the other colors. And hopefully I'll be able to finish this and post pictures by the end of this week. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't notice any swelling.